Hello there, little humans. How are we doing this fine day? Good, I hope so. It's Thursday. What a day. You'll love Thursday. Particularly Thursday evening, because you know, there's just one more day to get through. I just have to get through one more solitary day. And then there's the weekend. Unless, of course, you're unlucky and you work through the weekends too. And then it doesn't make any difference. You're still miserable. You're still going to have to waste your time doing stuff for people that don't care. Yeah. So I'm just playing around with it, just adjusting a little bit. No, I shouldn't really have this screen up yet even. But I do. Because, you know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're looking forward to a good day tomorrow. But for now, we're going to play a little bit of Urban Shadow. At least I think we are. No, we're pretty certain that we are. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Do something Dungeons and Dragons-y. I think. That's what I've written down anyway. So, you know, if that's what happens, that's what happens. I think that's what will happen. I got a new mega dungeon, so I'm thinking about doing a few different things with that. And then Delta Green on Saturday. I've been reading the books. And I have indeed. 1 second. You don't want to hear me making horrifying slime noises, so don't want to deafen you with some kind of grotesque monstrosity earworm that'll leave you crying. It's not what I want to do. That'd be really sad. You know, and I also get, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, and now when I see it again, I really should get like a little frame with a little cushion to sit on. One day I'll look for one. So the problem is when you're trying to find really specific items that fit. That's when my deep scuffiness comes in. It's hard to find accessories for a little slime, even if it's just a little pillow. But we'll see. I'll endeavour one day. We've also got the little camera in case we need it. So this is my copy of the rules, all printed out and ready to go. So yeah, this is the book. Well, and as you can note, it's clearly not the book. I am, of course, eagerly awaiting the actual release, so we can have a proper book. But until then, this is what we've got, and it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. So yeah, I think it's interesting back here, but there's some interesting tables that we can use for stuff. That's cool. I don't know if I'll ever get back to this section of the book, but it's there. And this is all here. Mainly because, as we all remember, the Hunter PDF that I have is very out of date, and it doesn't have any of these powers on it. So you need this. And of course, you've got this. So our Oracle looking worse for wear now. You can definitely see where someone has slimed over it. You see slime all over it. Disgusting. Disgusting stuff. Absolutely disgusting scenes there. And just here is the card deck from last time. So, and the drawn cards. So yeah, I can't remember if I rolled dice locally before or not, but we could do that as well. So that's all options. All the options are open to us as necessary. I don't know how much of my mouth you're managing to hear. Probably far too much. So I'm going to try and make sure that I don't fall off the bottom of the screen. Another thing that I need to look for is some nice new clothes. That'd be useful. Have we got anything good for what we're doing? Probably not. Do 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 do. Ba-dum bum bum. How about this? Uh oh. Oh, hello. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. No. No, that's not the one. Get rid of that. It's horrible. Not this way. Is it? Can I do it here? I can. Select. No. 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 Monster. Grr. Grr. Stick with that one. Right. So yeah, that's for Hunter. But most of our action at the moment is including Tori. Using Tori as she goes about her day, or goes about her schemes. Now, one thing that I noticed, end of session. So we didn't do this when we finished off last week. So at the end of every session, decide if you've grown closer to a circle you engaged with this session, and increase your score with that circle by 1, and decrease your score with a different circle. So, if we're going to look at this, not that, this. If we look at this and we get Tori out, where's Tori? Where's this window? Where have I put everything? Here. Here. Okay. Yeah, so if we look at this, where is she? She's here. Tori Wild. Now, we had an unfortunate run-in with Knight, and we had a positive run-in, I feel, with with Power. So the negative run-in with the 2 werewolves that we were on their territory. So I feel that because of that, our Knight sphere goes down by 1, our Knight circle goes down by 1, and we had a positive interaction with the where was he? Where is he? Reaches local library. Oh no, that's a different thing. Evidence of magical person. Where is it? Okay, that's a dead person. Oh right, yeah, Kesai. We went to meet the mage / oracle / something, and they made us think that the enemy was, the main enemy is a wraith, right? Encoding overload. Uh-oh, that must have been when my voice went too loud there. Maybe it was something else. I don't know what an encoding overload is, but I presume it's bad. Let's not encode. Let's not overload our encode. Shoo. Yes. Do. So yeah, I think we've gone up with Power and we went down with what? With a Knight. So Knight goes down to 0. Power comes up to 0. So that's that. So that's that end of session thing. In addition, think about any debts you may owe or debts that you are owed as a result of the session. Tell the group and note them down for the next session. So we are, yeah, that's a, is there a space on the sheet for debts? No, there isn't. No, okay. So let's keep it in here. Debts. owes Kasai for a debt for the information that they gave to us. Cool. So that's an obligation. And yeah, last adventure, last night, even. The primary themes that we were playing around with are social, crumbling societies. Where's probably the main one? And the thing happened. But a murder happened in a local establishment. So she discovered this dead body in an abandoned recruitment office. The evidence showed that it was a magical killing, and the victim was withered, but they were wearing kind of like modern the kind of clothes that a young adult would wear, not an old lady. She's discovered, and so she goes to East Ham to meet up with Kasai, who's an information merchant, and then she, on the way there, it's not mentioned here, she ran into two werewolves who were annoyed that she was on their territory, so she cut them up and stole their machete because she's a badass, and then met with Kasai, who told her that the person who did the killing was probably a wraith. And then, so that gives her a +1 attempt when she's attempting to deal with a wraith. Then she did some further research in the library into similar cases, and she discovered that all of the victims were in their teens or early 20s, that it is unknown as to why they went to the location, why there are no urban legends, and that's because it's been covered up. So we think a Fae is involved, a Fae princeling. So we don't know what they're doing, but from the back end we've figured out that they probably have an obligation to protect the wraith because they're their first victim. So and also at the end of the session, the police have been informed that Tori is the one who committed the most recent murder. And that's kind of where we are now. To make that a bit longer, let's drink this cold tea before it gets even colder. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Back in business. Back in business, people. Okay, so so the audio today comes from a tabletop audio. I think that's the one I'm using. Compendium packs. Yeah, tabletop RPG music. So I fully recommend their material. It's very good. Anyway, right, back to here. So Tori, with the information in hand, is going to head back to the territory, to where the scene of the crime occurred, and she is going to attempt to other basic moves: escape a situation, figure out a mislead, distract, or trick, keep your cool, lend a hand, get out of the way. Turn to violence. Escape a situation. Okay. Circle move. No. Det moves. No. So what we're going to do is... What's she going to do? How do we think... Well, I guess the first thing she needs to do is... The next thing she needs to do is gather some information on how to deal with a ghost. So, do I need to make a roll for that? I don't know. Does she need to do anything in order to do this? So she's not very popular with any of the factions, so let's just have a look. Creating NPCs, Master of Ceremonies, Intimacy moves, Consult your contacts. So that's circle moves. Hit the streets. Hit the streets lets you seek out contact within the city to help. That's not what we're doing. Putting a name to a face. This is when the city is filled with more people than anyone can possibly know, but your character is bound to have met or at least heard of most of the city's major players. This move lets you establish history or learn someone's reputation upon seeing them or hearing about them for the first time. You only roll this move the first time you meet someone new or hear a new name. It's not something that you can trigger later when you sit down to really think about the person that you met earlier. Okay, so that's kind of, fine. Not what we're looking for though. Mislead, hit the street, persuade an NPC, figure someone out, turn to violence, escape a situation. So what we're trying to think, what I'm thinking about is, what is she going to do? She's going to, so these are city level 1 moves, donk. Status 2, status 3, intimacy moves, no. Okay. So, let's think. Basic moves. Basic, return to violence, escape a situation, persuade an NPC, figure someone out? Figure someone out involves learning another character's motivations and worries by scrutinizing their body language. Blah, 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 blah. Not what I'm looking for. Ironically, in almost every other one of these, there's a one second, I know something I need to do. Yeah. In every one of these that I've seen before, there's a information move, right? But here, we've got put a name to a face, study a place of power. This move comes in many forms. You might literally go through the files of secret archives, wizards, Don't think that's what we're looking for. Put a name to a face, hit the streets. Hit the streets lets you seek out contacts within the city to help you get what you need. Info, magical items, whatever. So, okay. We're going to try to hit the street again, bearing in mind that the old Bill are looking for her. So 2d6 roll. We're using, doesn't matter. With a 5, that's a failure. Now let's have a look and see. Let's just change the screen a moment. So let's have a look. Right, so that's a straight failure on her efforts to find something, which for me means Bad news bears. Harm or violence? No? Here we go. Basic moves. Surface a conflict, ancient or modern. Put someone in danger. Inflict or trade harm. Inflict corruption. Offer an opportunity with a cost. Reveal a deal done in their absence. Turn a move back on them. Offer or claim a debt owed. Shift the odds suddenly or magically. Warn someone of impending danger. Lock down, exploit or claim a place of power. Tell the consequences and ask. Activate their stuff's downside. After every move, go, what do you do? Well, we know that one's always supposed to happen. So, what rings out immediately as to some trouble that they've just run into? That Tori's just run into. So she's attempting to find someone who can help her with... I keep on falling off the side of the camera. 1 second. Let's make this let's make my little world a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. So push them to hit the streets. If a PC needs information, encourage them to hit the streets and get whatever it is they need. The movie is designed to keep things moving forward. When the story stalls, avoid problems. Well, hit the streets. Okay. Something bad has happened though. So what's happened? Inflict or trade harm, inflict corruption, offer an opportunity with a cost, reveal a deal done in their absence. And this is the real challenge, eh? This is when things get real. So I'm going to bring you back over here. And then I'm going to remember which one of these tabs it is. This is the one. And then I'm going to go, where's this? No. Stop that. This is without a doubt the most annoying thing about this fucking module, right? Is if you drag and then go off the screen by accident, it doesn't realise that you've gone off the screen and you come back and it just sticks to your mouse and you can't do anything. It's very annoying. It's very annoying indeed. Oh, this picture is from I think this is the Fall of London vampire thingy. We're not playing that. So, what do we think's happened? The obvious thing would be that she runs into the police. That would be the obvious thing. Why isn't the time? Why Delilah? There we go. Right, 1st of December. It's cold and it's windy. It's very cold. But I mean, global warming. It's happened. It's all going downhill. Edit. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Edit this. Right, cool. Okay, so Tori, not Tori. Tori, it is Tori. Tori decides to hit the streets. She needs to find out more about how to deal with a wraith, as at the moment At the moment she's completely clueless. Completely clueless. However, whilst she's out, while she's out, she because the simplest thing is she runs into the police. Which would be it's putting her in danger. So let's just go with that, right? While she's out, she is followed by a police car, and then the lights flash red and blue. She turns, frowns, and she just tuts, right? She tuts as these two pigs get out of the car. They're both men. They've got their kind of silly flat hat. One of them has kind of got their hand on their nightstick thing, and they start approaching her, and she will. She'll fully say, what's Tory Wild? 1 second. Actually, I was about to do something. I was about to answer it as if it was me, but it's not me. It's the restless, machete-carrying, non-conformist werewolf, not the nice, placid slime that is me. So she turns around and goes, "What do you want?" And they go, just checking. What's it's quite late for you to be for someone to be out in these parts. What are you doing? They say. One of them mutters into his little walkie-talkie. And she, at this moment, probably clocks that something. She does clock, but this isn't right. She's had her fair run-in with the old Bill, and this is definitely a run-in that has started off south and is probably going further south. So she is going to escape, is what she's going to try and do. So that is escape a situation. So when you take advantage of an opening to escape a situation, roll with blood. On a hit, you get away and choose one. On a 7 to 9, you get to choose one, and on a 7 to 9, the MC also chooses one. So on blood, she has a 2. So let's roll. Oh, that's a 13. So she chooses one off of this list. So she gets to pick one. So she doesn't owe a debt to an NPC. So the options are: you suffer harm during your escape. Well, this isn't America, so they can't shoot her. So that's not a problem. It's not France either. Oh look, I'm still falling off the side of the screen. Hold on, let's make this even bigger. Ah! That's not right. Okay. I think we're... Oh, I know what happened. Oh, I'm an imbecile. An absolute turnip farmer. There we go. Although now I'm floating. There we go. Right, perfect. Is that perfect? Do you think that's perfect, little human? I think that's perfect, little human. I think it's wonderful. Okay. Far better. So... we've escaped the situation. So she belts it. She belts it away. Leaps over the police are running. But stop! Don't run him. One of them fires their little stupid taser thingy, and it kind of it misses her because she's running. She leaps over this wall onto the underground railway tracks, and she legs it up the underground tracks. The police kind of jump over and look, and suspect with running north on the central line, and she legs it up the thing. It disappears into a tunnel and breaks into a maintenance shack. And she's done this kind of thing several times, so she manages from there to make her way back up to the surface. I suppose the only one that really makes any sense is that she gives into her base nature marker point of corruption. So that really feels like the only one that makes any sense in that situation. Because she's not going to get hurt, because we don't shoot at people in the UK. Well, there is a situation where they do. But we're not talking about that, because it's a bad thing. So she manages to get away. She gains a point of corruption. But let's get going. But she still hasn't found anything, I don't think, because I think that she's going to have to make another hit the streets roll. When you hit the streets to get what you need, name who you're going to and roll their circle. On a hit, they're available and have the stuff. On a 7 to 9, choose one. Whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems. Whatever you need is more costly than anticipated. So she's going to be looking to go to again, everybody's in the power circle, because actually I know she's not. She is going to, let's have a look up here. Yeah, she's going to go find she is going to try and find Anwar, because Anwar is a hunter, and as a hunter he is almost certainly at some point... Was hunter the one that was weird? Or maybe it was for Faye. Hunter, safe house, worst things out tonight. Oh no, yeah, because it's missing. Yeah, it's got Slayer, which doesn't exist anymore, and it's got it doesn't have watch them closely. So she's going to go and find Anwar, because Anwar hunts monsters, right? And she's trying to get a solution as to how to deal with a wraith. So let's try that again. Does she find Anwar? 4, 9, and Anwar's immortal, so that's 10. So she does. Immortal, so that's 10. Well, Anwar is what was his thing? Oh, it's not written on there. Yes, it is. Friendly, conformist, dark clothing, long coat. So at this time of night, Anwar is, let's probably put another hour on it as well. You have to leg it from the old Bill, and she she now knows that she's in a little bit of warm water, just a little bit. She's like the fish in the sea nowadays. Yes, starving and unable to get oxygen. 1 second though, I need to get some water because my everything is dry. So I'll be right back. Okay. Ah, the sack of potatoes has returned. How are you doing, people? Wonderful. Let's have a look here. Right, so she hits the streets. So hitting the streets lets you seek out contacts within the city to help you get what you need. Info, magical items, information. What? Info, magical items, information, your nightly fix, whatever. I think we've got info twice. Anyway, we get it. Anwar tells us that in order to call out the wraith, she needs to do a basic summoning. She's like, what on earth is that? Sounds complicated to me, she says. And he's like, it's not that difficult at all. It'll be fine. And he provides her with a kind of script and some salt, and he's like, oh, this'll do. And she's like, fair enough. Sounds good to me. And he's like, yes, that should do what you need it to. Yeah, so she's off. She's off to the horses. She's got the stuff that she needs, and she knows how to get the ghost out. So, with that, she is going to head back to her territory. And with that, I think we'll roll the. We'll do the other roll. So I think the next scene will be her returning to the scene. Tori returns to the abandoned office and starts the summoning. Right? There's 1d6. I think this is it, right? 1d6. Okay, and so when we look at this, so she got a 3. Wouldn't it suck if? Wouldn't it suck if the wouldn't it suck if the Wraith was ready for her? Yeah, that sounds like it would suck. Sounds like it would suck a lot. Super suck. So, wouldn't it suck if a Wraith was ready for her? I think it would suck. So, one thing we need to do, first of all, I feel, is advancement, corruption, lean on an PC triangle. Fair enough. Wouldn't it suck if... So this is going to be... Creating and using NPCs in Urban Shadows is simple. When you want to introduce a new character, pick a circle, give them a name and a description. That's it, no character sheet. Yeah. So... So, NPC debts. NPC drives. When NPCs attack. NPC harm healing. NPCs take harm like PCs. They suffer damage equal to the harm of a weapon minus their armor, modified by move choices like inflict terrible harm or other special circumstances. If a PC shoots a cop wearing a bulletproof vest with a 9mm, it is 1 harm. Harm is deadly for mortals. NPC harm, 2 harm is crippling, 3 harm is usually fatal. But few mortals walk around with bulletproof vests. If a mortal survives an attack, well, this isn't a mortal. Fictional positioning matters. Some supernatural NPCs are simply invulnerable to certain kinds of damage. Ghosts, for example, might not have enough physical corpus to suffer harm from traditional weapons. Yeah. Surviving more harm. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what we think this what this ghost will have, right? So we'll go. There's this here, right? So she starts. She manages to escape the police. The rage burning through her body. Meets Anwar, gets material to make the ghost physical. Get rid of it. And now she's here, right? So, Wraith. It is, it's like harm 5, right? So it's pretty hard to kill. It's poltergeist, so it can use kinetic powers to throw stuff around. Can make places warm or cold. Can make noises, and it can ghostly feeding. Can consume life force, 1 harm, no defense, and it can. What else can it do? Poltergeist. Oh yes, it tempting. It can lure victims into its area. So it can drain them. Yep. Voice sound like moves. But she's arrived at V, so she arrives at this abandoned building. And maybe we have better sound. We got something. How about this one? Can't hear anything. Right, we can hear something. So yeah, the snow, right? So she's crunching through the snow. Crunch, 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 crunch. She kind of goes inside. And it's warm in the room, and she starts heading to where the body was, and the body's gone now, right? Because the police have removed it. There's police tape all over the place, and she will start setting up. And as she sets up, she's kind of hears this noise, and she will escape situation, turn to violence, figure someone out, persuade an NPC, misread, distract, or trick. Keep your cool. When things get real, you keep your cool. Tell the MC the situation you want to avoid and roll spirit. Okay, well this in fact sounds like what we need, right? So she's going to try and keep her cool and perform the ritual as these strange noises start to raise. The temperature's getting warmer, and then it's getting cooler, and then it's getting warmer, and there's kind of clanking, and like tin cans start flying around. So let's see what she gets. So it's 2d6 plus spirit. 1, 2, roll. That's not good. That's a 6. So that doesn't go very well at all. So she's trying to do the ritual when the ghost starts to drain her health. She gets these terrifying images in her mind of when the wraith was originally killed by the Fae, and how kind of traumatic and terrifying that was as an event, and it's all going on inside of her brain. So she's going to keep on trying to maintain her focus, and she's going to try and complete this ritual again. So she is going to once again attempt to keep her cool, right? Because that sounds like the way that she's going to approach this, at least for immediate future. Of course, you can't see the dice if you were there. Anyway, 7. So she rolls a 7. Let me move myself. Let me unlock myself. There we go. Yeah, we don't need to worry about up here. So I don't mind. Here we go. Yes. 6. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So she gets a 7. So a 7. 7 to 9. When things get real and you try to keep your cool, tell the MC a situation you want to avoid and roll spirit. On a 10 plus, all's well. On a 7 to 9, the MC will tell you what it's going to cost you. So I think that she will continue to suffer damage, right? So she's managed to create the circle and to drawn out the beastie, but she's now on serious strain. She like parts of her hair are going white, and she can hear this howling in her ears. But she has finished the circle, right? And that suddenly makes oh, it's happened again. Right, this suddenly makes the ghost material for the time being, and it's this kind of, it looks like a decaying woman, right? So it's a sad and terrible visage, right? So she manages against all odds as things fly about around her, and the ghost sucking on her life force. She manages to complete the ritual to make the ghost physical. Right, so now if we go to another thing I want to do, so I want to go to my audios, and we want something not suspenseful, because we're full blown in the cacophony or some such. Yes, okay, so we need tracks, standard tracks. We need combat winter. Let's add this one. Combat winter. Import, because winter tends to seem to have a pretty good vibe to it. Right, let's hear what combat winter is like, shall we? Let's see if it deafens us first. Combat winter. Only 2 tracks. Very well. Let's keep on going. Really, you kind of want some mad violins going. Oh, there's an orchestral. Import that one. Stop this a second. Sure. Let's get out combat orchestral. Oh yes, that's what we're talking about. So with that, she's going to when you let out the power within you, choose an ability from your playbook and roll with spirit. On a hit, mark corruption and activate the ability. The MC will tell you how the effect is costly. 10 plus, ignore for corruption or complication. Smooth allows you to activate one of the archetype, letting it out. Okay, what do we got in here? Let it out. Heal 2 harm instantly. Perform a ferocious feat of lupine strength and speed. By default, you can change it to wolf form at will. Oh, right, okay. In the sight of the moon. So she will. I say that she picked this position so that she could use her wolf form. So she goes "Grrr," and turns into a wolf and attacks. So she unleashes her monstrous capabilities. Weaknesses: silver weapons ignore armor. Sometimes you lose control while transformed. The transformation draws the attention of supernatural creatures. Nuisance. But first of all, she will. Also, if you jump right into danger, I don't think she's jumped right into danger. She did this whole ritual thing. So she will just do the violence. She turns to violence. So she rolls blood. She rolls blood, and then roll 2d6. That's a 10. Well, so with her initial brutal attack, so she does an extra point of harm. Now she normally does messy damage, but it's not living. But she's got natural weaponry of 2, so she does 3 points of damage, 3 levels of harm to it with her initial attack. So this thing is hurting straight away. So it's down to 2. She's really taken a battering. Actually got a 10. So with a 10, turn to violence. On a 10, when you turn to violence, roll blood. On a hit, you inflict harm as established, and your opposition chooses 1. They inflict harm on you. They put you in a bad spot. They create an opening to flee. On a 10 plus, you can also choose 1. You inflict terrible harm. You take something from them. You create an opportunity for an ally. So, okay, so it. So I think I think it will create an opportunity to flee. Yeah, okay. So it creates an opportunity to flee because it's realised that it is in a lot of trouble. Because she has done 3, and she's going to do terrible harm to it. So she actually takes it down to 1 in that single strike. That werewolf monstrosity. So it will attempt to flee. So now she will use get in the way. So when you lend a hand or get in the way, after a player rolls, other players can jump in to help or interfere. The modifiers for these moves all tell you when they're useful. You can't lend a hand. You can't get in the way. Yeah. So she's going to try and get in the way of it fleeing. Because of course she doesn't want to get in the way. So that's a rolled with their circle. Okay, so her circle is knight. But her knight skill is 0, so she doesn't get a bonus. She does, however, roll a 9. So, after a PC is rolled, 7 to 9, she exposes herself to danger, entanglement, or a cost. Hold on a second. let's just let's pause the exciting music for a moment whilst we attempt to adjudicate the rule and figure out what the hell is going on here. So, pause. Paused, and let's go to this camera. So, what we're talking about is this one here, right? So, lend a hand or get in the way. When you lend a hand or get in the way, after a PC is rolled, roll their circle. Well, this isn't a PC. Turning to violence always involves risk, even on a hit. Your opposition gets to strike back. They might instead try to flee, but you still get a chance to thwart an NPC escaping with another move, or get in the way of. Oh right, okay, with another move or get in the way of a PC. Fine. So we can just do an attack again, right? So we can do an attack again, and with a 9 plus 10, we kill it. That seems a bit cheap. That seems a bit cheap to me. That is what it says. Escaping with stop the NPC escaping with another move. Mislead, distract, or trick is used whenever your character attempts to gain the upper hand through deception. Well, that's not what we're doing. Keep your cool. Triggers when your character focus and willpower are needed to accomplish an important goal. Well, that's not what we want either. Let it out isn't what we want. So what we want is get in the way. But we want get in the way for a NPC. But we can't. So, because we go, so, so this is plus heart. What's her heart? Not very good, I think. Her heart is -1. So she probably wouldn't try that anyway. Turn to violence always involves risk. Even on a hit, your opposition gets to strike back. They might instead try to flee, but you still get a chance to thwart an NPC escaping with another move. Well, I mean, what other move? Other than another turn to violence roll. Because nothing else is physical. There's no restraining or anything. So, yeah. She got a 9 plus 2, that's an 11. So, if I don't, so she won't attempt to escape on that last one because it's pointless because we're just going to get another attack roll. So what we're going to do instead is she's going to put you in a bad spot, right? Now what the bad spot is that the Fae has turned up, yes, with the police. Right? That seems like an option. So, maybe not with the police. But the Fae has turned up. Right? Sounds good to me. That sounds like an option that makes sense. So, I need to go back over here. No, I don't. I need to turn this off. Right. So now we're back over here. So, what's the Fae going to look like, and what's the Fae going to do? This is the question. So again, I think the Fae will have so Alistair. Wait a minute, that's not the name of the other one that I've got, is it? No. No. Alistair Mayweather. Alistair Mayweather. We have a harm of 6. And they have Fey Magic. And that's enough for now, I think. Fey Magic. They have... Where are you, Fey? Fey Magic. Yeah. Fey Magic. So they have a... They have Wither and Glamours and Bedlam. In fact, what we probably also have is cool. Anyway, that'll do for now. So, Alistair Mayweather has arrived with the police. The police. They are not playing music. And we are going to play music. Yes. Arctic Attack. See what that sounds like. But so Alistair Mayweather currently disguised as a police lieutenant, police. I don't know. Police. We don't have chiefs. Lieutenant. Not how you spell it, but no. Should probably turn that off. We're not going to use it. Configure settings? No. Manage modules. Turn off narrator tools. Yeah. Let's first cancel. Let's first save this because we don't want to lose that. And then save module settings. Close. Refresh. Reload. Yeah, we're another hour on. It's been a long morning for her. Journal. Edit. So that doesn't work at all anyway. So that was a waste of time. The police. So. So this changes her situation significantly, right? As they're closing in on the building. But I think she's still going to expedite this beastie with that 9. So she destroys the Wraith without ever finding out anything about it. With her turn, it will it will put her into an increasingly bad spot, I think. What happened? What's her triggers? When you destroy a threat to your territory instead of driving it out. Okay, no, so she doesn't kill it yet. It's a heart roll. On a 7 to 9, the counter offer a demand payment. So actually, that second roll, she's going to do persuade NPC, right? So Tori turns and goes, look, I know that you are hurt and afraid, but you need to leave this place and stop doing these terrible things. And with an 8 because of her -1 to heart, they counteroffer a demand a debt, favor, or resource. She will create a debt, right? And the debt is that she needs to kill or deal with this Fae, right? I presume debts can be specific, right? Well, I'm going to play them like we can. So, another debt. She must deal with Alistair Mayweather. Right? And so, that's what she does that time, right? Because it's taking a lot of damage. And the ghost, she releases the ghost from the link, and the ghost uses its anchors to go to a different location. Right, so it's left her territory. So she doesn't gain that point of corruption, because there you go. But she now has another threat inside of her territory, which is these police. And they kick through the door, and I reckon they're under the magician's directions. They're seeing this big, it looks like a giant dog, so they shoot it with their taser, causing damage to her. She's going to escape a situation. So she's going to roll blood. Also, what? +1 armor, +1 harm. Yeah, I reckon it's 2 points. So 1 point was reduced by the armor. She's savage and she's cunning. It's +1 ongoing to keeping your cool. Actually, yeah, I think she's going to try and keep her cool first, right? Because no, yes, she is, right? Because she's reckless and she might just plow into, and she sometimes goes out of control. So she wants to avoid going wild and killing all of the police. So that is a roll. Whoa. Her spirit is 1, so that's a hit. She manages to not eat them out of hand, and they don't shoot her. So as she sees them, they come in, they zap her with their tasers, and now she's escaping. Right, what do we do to escape? Escape is a blood roll. So she rolled an 8 +2. She manages to escape. And she takes she leaves something important behind, right? So she okay, right, so this is what's happened, right? Tori negotiate as the police arrive. Tori empathizes with the ghost and convinces her to move to a different location. The ghost sends Tori images of Alistair Mayweather killing her during a night of passion in the office. She demands Tori deals with Alistair. This has created a debt. As the ghost vanishes. As the ghost vanishes, the police barge in, burst in, and she manages and shoot Tori, who manages to hold back her rage and not eat them. She then manages to escape the scene, but leaves behind some blood that the Fae will use to identify her and could be used in magical rituals. There you go. So the police are like, oh, what the hell was that? Yeah, and Alistair's like, oh, it was simply a wild animal, and he uses his fey magic to dispel their curiosity. Before kind of running his finger along some of the blood and rubbing it in between his thumb and finger, and thinking to himself that it's going to make his job an awful lot easier now that he's got that, and he heads back to his grotto. But I kind of feel that wraps up this kind of, well, does it? We've really only dealt with kind of the location and the social. We haven't observed crumbling society. Crumbling society. Question mark, question mark, question mark. However, she's very injured. She will let it out, I suppose. To let it out, 2d6 roll spirit. 9. Spirit is 110. So when you let out the power within you, choose an ability from your playbook and roll spirit. On a hit, mark corruption and activate the ability. The MC will tell you how the effect is costly, limited or unstable. On a 10+, ignore the corruption or complication. Your choice. So she'll take the corruption and she will reduce the harm. Right. Yeah. So she's reduced her harm. And she heads back to her territory. She heads back home because it's now like 4 a.m. 5 a.m. And we can go back to the mellow music. Stop. Stop. Start. Oh, what's Sinister sound like? Okay, well I think that kind of wraps up that first little adventure. And I think it's created some interesting bad folks. Where are ghosts? Ghosts I presume are wild. Well, let's double check. And what are ghosts? Ghosty McGhosts. Ghosts. Ghosts are the tainted, right? No. The spectre. The spectre's night. So let's say that has gone up by 1, and her relationship with the wild has gone down by 1. Now then, this is something. How do we get circle ratings? Making characters. Moves and extras. Introductions and debts. Relationships. Residence. Debt moves. Basic moves. Normally, as a basic move, you have your circle moves. That's not what we're looking for. City moves. Faction moves. Debt moves. Cash in a debt. Refuse to honour a debt. Oh, she definitely won't refuse to honour a debt. That would be terrible. City moves. So those are moves that she can do in the city. Advancements. Characters in Urban Shadows aren't static. Changes happen. In the fiction, affect your sheet and changes. The two have to work together. Making changes. Earning respect. Advancement in Urban Shadows isn't about marking experience points or killing monsters, which is fine. Down with that. You are the monsters. Okay, yes, fine. And your character needs support of power brokers in the city more than they need a new magic spell. Instead, your character advances by participating in city life, cashing in and honouring debts, and building relationships across the city's circles. And as you grow your reputation, your power and reach increase in kind. Of course, you could always seek power through other means. See corruption. Marking circles. In order to advance a circle, you've got to mark all. In order to advance, you've got to mark all 4 circles, earning the respect of the city as you make a reputation for yourself across all 4 circles. Now, there isn't any order in which you need to mark the circles, but you can't mark circles again until you've marked all of them once. If you hit the streets with Mortalis when you've already got Mortalis marked, you can't mark it again. Here are all the ways that you can mark a circle. Make any circle move. Page 12. Okay, so we've already done. So we've done 2 of those, right? We've because the circle moves are hit the street is a circle move, right? So she's done that with Mortalis, and she's done that with power. So she's got a power one and a Mortalis one. Tending to your business, so she's not done that. Trigger intimacy with a PC or NPC of that type, nope. Cash in or honour a debt, not yet. Lend a hand or get in the way, nope. Adjust a circle rating to at the end of a session. So she has done that. She's adjusted night. And she's adjusted wild. So, yes. She's done all 4. So that means she's actually advanced. Tick, tick. Tick, tick, boom. So what does she want to do? She can 1 stat bonus. She can take a new wolf move. She could join or lead a wolf pack. That'll rely on a story thing, right? Because her grandmother currently runs a wolf pack. Take a move from another archetype, change her circle. So we're going to what are these? What are the wolf moves? Alpha Dog. When you persuade an NPC in your territory with a threat or promise. Bloodhound. When you hunt someone down, roll blood on a hit. Hunt someone down. Where is... Alright, okay, that's... When you hunt someone down, roll with blood. On a hit, you know exactly where to find them. That sounds really useful. I'm going to take that. And that. Cool. Top bananas. And she's currently on the down low because she's got the old Bill chasing her. Right, and this Fae. So the next time we play, we'll play with one of the other two and see what's going on. So what we've done here is we've got Alistair Mayweather, who is a Fae and a bad person. We have this Wraith. Let's give the Wraith a name. We'll call the Wraith Sally. Sally, the Wraith. We've got... So let's make this easier on ourselves. Not actors, books. Well, we'll put it in the journal, shall we? Silly characters. So we've got Kasai, who is a power. They are a information broker and mystic. Well, we've picked Anwar. So we've got Anwar. We already know Anwar. Anwar isn't really a proper NPC. We've met the Glass Walker tribe. So these are knights. They are a pack of werewolves in East Ham. We have met this Fey Princeling, Alistair Mayweather, who is wild, and they are a corrupt Fey official who has ties to the police, military, and probably government. And then we've got Sally, who's also wild, a ghost that was murdered by Alistair. Right. So those are the 4 MPs. Oh, we also have Tori's grandmother. So let's have Angelica Wilde, who is a knight, who is Tori Wilde's grandmother and leader of the what should we call their gang? Their pack. The Red Moons. The Red Moon pack of werewolves who operate near What part did we say that she was in? That she was operating from? Or that they were near? Let's say Regent's Park. Yeah, let's go Regent's Park. Right. Okay, cool. So that's that. Save. Cool. Okay. Very good. So we still have this loose end, this crumbling society that we're going to have to look into, figure out what's going on there. But yeah. Who should we play with? Who should we play next? The Hunter or the Fae? And don't click on those ones. Click on these. So Caleb or Anwar. So that's a decision. So we've got. What do we think would be fun with this? Maybe just a straight up vampire hunt with the hunter, maybe? And the Fae something more political, probably. So yeah, that's something to think about next week. Well, up until next week. Yeah, top bananas. Well, that was brief, but you know, wrapped something up. And tomorrow, what are we going to do tomorrow? Let's have a little think. So, what I've got is let's close this, shrink this. Let's put me back down here where I belong. Transition. There we go. Hello. Back down here. And so there are a couple of things that I'm thinking about doing. One of which is I'm thinking about what was it? I'm thinking about hold on. Let's have YouTube's and then my computer's very tired, very tired indeed. Vampire Masquerade. This uses Epidemic sound license, and I've forked out for a little Epidemic sound license, so we can have this on in the background. We need to find it first, though. Videos. Milan Uprising. I have no interest in the meta for Vampire for Masquerade, the new meta for Vampire for Masquerade. I think everything they've done with the clans is great. I think everything that they've done with the system is great. I just have no interest in this second Inquisition nonsense. I don't care. It's not interesting. It's not my drive, not my thing. What I am interested in though is Werewolf the Apocalypse. Very interested in that. Very interested indeed. Playlists. So they've been doing background soundtracks using the endemic. There we go. Probably this one. Oh, I know what my problem is. Yeah, this is one. Audio. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah. Tomorrow, what I've got is, let me open up Drive-Thru RPG. But I'm not sure, right? So I've got Dwaro Deep, and I was thinking maybe we run through Dwaro Deep. But what I'm thinking, where I'm not sure what to do, is whether or not I should play Dwaro Deep directly on stream, or whether I should make that start making that as smaller videos, and not stream it but do it as shorter videos. So I'm not sure about that. The other thing that I'm thinking about is maybe doing Cyberpunk tomorrow, and not doing D&D. Yeah, so I've got a lot to think about. Or maybe doing something like Shadow Dark. But then I'm not really as interested in Shadow Dark as everyone else and their grandmother. Doesn't set my world aflame. What I am interested in, though, is... for Dwaro Deep, I'm interested in Cyberpunk. Another thing that I want to do at some point is... I've got that TTJRPG that was advertised not long ago. So that looks interesting. And I bought like 9 million pocket games in a bundle the other day, and I've got no idea even if I remotely like any of them. So I should probably do something with those as well. And a lot of those are like ultra short games that probably lend themselves quite well to solo play. But then I often find a lot of them are journaling games, and I find journaling games really, really boring. If I want to write, I'll write, kind of thing, right? You get that? I don't. I do. But yeah. So, that's my thinking. For the next session of this, I think we'll do the Fae character, do some political stuff. So that'll be fun. But yeah, tomorrow. Another thing that I've had, I've sure so much stuff that I could think about. Could start thinking about battle tech. But I do have old school. The other problem I have, of course, is what day is it? Sunday. I say I'm doing Lost City, but I finished for Lost City, so I'm not doing Lost City. So yeah, need something else to go in there. It's all just things to think about. Another thing I need to do is buy some more of these B and X adventures, so I can run through some more of those and level up some more characters. So it's all go, you know. It's all go. It's all go. I've got to do stuff. I mean, I might do Delta Green tomorrow as well, just so then we can have like get some more traction on that, because that would almost give us like 3 days if I just did Delta Green for 3 days in a row. I don't know. So many options out there. So many possibilities. So yeah. That's what's on my mind at the moment. But yeah, with that, I'll let you, my beautiful little human friends, get on with whatever it is that you do as little humans. It was damn nice to be here, and it was good to figure some more stuff out about urban shadows. We'll play. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. I like the system. I like it a lot. I think it's really good, actually. Let me just upgrade that from good to really good. So yeah, looking forward to doing more of it. Looking forward to you, my good friends, my lovely little human people, being able to be more of that. Another thing that I'm thinking that I'm going to do is something around Chevalier, but we'll see. Right? Cool. Top. With that, I will see you later. Bye bye, my little human friend.